Something else that Reed said was like winning the little moments. So like commitments fall apart in a moment. And, I think he used the analogy of people doing like a dry January or something, but I think it really resonated to me because I think some days I'll allow myself like one hand washing here, one hand washing there, and those add up. And that also kind of like chips away, I think, at the progress that I make to tolerate the uncertainty and knowing that's what I have to do. So as soon as I start to feel uncertain and I wash my hands when it's not that fits in with kind of the rules that we've made, it completely undermines, I think, the progress I've made. Even if it's like I can like look at the week and be like, oh, I only did that two extra times a day. But it's like, well, that's probably when it was the stickiest and the hardest, and I'm still feeling that. It's just hard to look at because you want to kind of give yourself some credit where it's due, but like it's almost like you really can't fall into that trap because it's those that are undermining like your progress, I think, the most.
Yeah, actually, can you expand on how really small, even subtle compulsions that you do just in small moments, how does that fuel your OCD from your perspective?
So just like I think everything with the treatment from my experience of OCD so far, it's just been like you have feelings, you have thoughts, they don't mean anything, and you have to kind of like desensitize yourself to them to not have them continue to like cause you distress. And so part of doing that is to like welcome them, or like all of doing that is to welcome them and expect them and want them. So I think
Couldn't say it better myself.
thanks. So just because of that, when you are trying to minimize the discomfort that those like sensations bring or those thoughts bring, you're minimizing like wanting, you're basically telling your body like, even though I might be okay with these sensations once in a while, like overall, I'm still not okay with them. So it's like those are the small things that I think when you wash your hands, like only a couple times, it's still, I'm okay most of the time, but this is still a threat to me. So, like, that's what that's showing my body.
Yeah, you said that really well. And I also really like your point and want to reinforce the idea that, especially if the one or two times that you do the compulsion is the time where your mind is the stickiest and your body feels the most sensitized, you are reinforcing, like, again, most of the time I'm fine, but I can't really handle this. I really need to do something to make this go away when it's at its worst. And that moment is actually a huge opportunity where, if instead of the little compulsion and the subtle compulsion, you say, this is actually my time. This is an opportunity to show myself not only that I can handle this, not only that I don't need to do my compulsion, but also that I can handle this. You might not feel great in that moment, but you later have the memory of having that experience, and that decreases your anticipatory anxiety, increases your efficacy, makes it easier to not do compulsions in the future.